Hello everyone. Thank you for joining me in another edition of the 35 testimonies to commemorate Mountain of Fire Miracle Ministries at 35. My name is Asma'u, Rebecca Asma'u Biki, and I'm here to share with you another awesome testimony. I pray you'll be blessed as you listen. Today's testimony is titled The Rainmaker's Rain, Oga Mary. The Rainmaker's Rain, Oga Mary. I hope my Igbo pronunciation is passable. Thank you so much. So, Madam Ngozi Okwudili has always been a true definition of an authentic member of Mountain of Fire and Miracles ministry. She was a firebrand evangelist with a loud voice that required no microphone for her market evangelism ministry. Though she was a kind-hearted woman who genuinely loved people, she was a no-nonsense preacher of the word and doesn't suffer fools gladly, which implies that she was never patient with people who she assumed were stupid. One day her dear father passed on to glory at a ripe old age. Being the first daughter of a family generally known as the Ada, a lot of responsibility rested on her shoulders. With the assistance of her siblings, pals, friends, and well-wishers, she was able to pull resources together to embark on the journey from Lagos, where she resided, to Owerri, Imo State, where the burial was to take place. Immediately she landed her village, the Umuada were on ground to welcome her with songs of consolation as well as to mourn with her. The head of the family, Maazi Dike, later sought her audience privately. He commended her for coordinating her younger siblings in the moment of their loss and for coordinating them, of course, to provide all the necessary requirements and for making money available for payment of all expenses except one, which was the rainmakers' fees. He stated that the rainmakers had just arrived and he needed money to pay them so that they could chase the rain away during the funeral events. The belief among her people was that the rainmakers were to be paid to ensure that there was no rain at all during the ceremony. The rainmakers usually pitched their tent close to the venue of the event and made so many incantations to disperse the clouds. They were highly revered and their services are often always required during most events. Failure to invite them or pay for their services sometimes end up proving disastrous for the host of the event, as torrential rain could be called by the rainmaker to disrupt the event. No, sir, I'm not going to pay a kobo to any rainmaker, she replied vehemently. My God in heaven have all the times and seasons in his hands, and I trust him to keep the rain away for us during the event. I have prayed about that and I believe that, and I believe my God is able. The rainmakers who were within earshot at the premises drew nearer to Madam Ngozi Okwudili and introduced themselves. We are the rainmaker Mazidike is talking about, and if you don't pay us some money to appease the gods, if you don't pay for the sacrifice, if you don't give us one goat, we shall scatter this place with rain. You want to scatter this place with rain? Don't you know the person you are talking to? God has given me dominion over all these things you are saying. This is the representation of the devil. The rainmaker said to her, okay, we shall see. So they went to the village river and began to invoke an divine rain against the place where Madam Ngozi was hosting her guests from all over the country. In order to instigate the most torrential rain, the three of them entered into the river and stood in the middle of the river, chanting their incantation. The rainmakers were able to conjure the demons and gather the clouds. They chanted incantation excitedly as the clouds darkened over Madam Ngozi's venue. At the exact moment that the rain was expected, it came down in amazing torrents. However, the rain didn't fall at the location where the rainmakers expected it to fall. It came down on their own heads. The rain so battered them seriously that they couldn't get away from the riverside. Rather, as they made to run away and find shield from the lashes of the heavy rain, The slippery ground caused them to slide into the swelling river. The 3 rainmakers died in the flood they called. The mystery about it all was that the rain never got to where the sister, Madam Ngozi Okwudili, was hosting her father's funeral events. This testimony was called from the message shared by the General Overseer of Mountain of Fire Miracle Ministries, and the title of the message is Command the Morning. Thank you so much for being with us today. Thank you so much for listening to our testimony. We pray you join us for the next testimony during the next edition. Have a pleasant day. Goodbye.